Look, I apologize about the wind. It is crazy, 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts up to 40 at times. So if you can bear with the wind on this, there's some value. Check it out. So I'm on the Insta360 Luna Ultra, and I really do like this camera. I've now spent 3 days with it. I took it camping and on the boat, and now I'm back at my house. I'm just in the back area where there's this park. One of the things to mention, I'm using the internal microphones here. I do have wind cancellation off, and that's because right now we're having 20 to 30 mile per hour wind with gusts up to 40. So you may or may not hear some of this wind. I imagine you'll hear some of it, but I've been rather impressed by looking at some of the footage where we have taken it into windy conditions, and it's done a really good job. I mean, so much so that I think for my use vlogging and doing YouTubes and stuff and doing some outdoor adventure stuff, I don't think the wind's that big of a deal. I'm certain you can hear it, but to be able to walk out here in 30, 40 mile per hour winds, I don't think people really recognize how incredible the onboard mics are on this thing. It's really gotten me thinking I don't even need an external mic. I still probably will use them, especially if I want the highest quality, but I'm going to be interested to listen to this back because it is quite windy. But there's a whole host of other positives, and overall I think this is one of the most successful launches that I've seen. But there are a couple of issues that I want to make sure everyone understands, because there's a lot of hype going on too, and they're not really pointing out some things. In particular, one big thing that I noticed, we are on the wide angle lens here, 1x standard. When I make these zooms, see if you notice any color changes, or it's almost like a refresh here. It's really interesting. Let's see, I'm gonna do it a couple times to see if you notice it. It'll kind of go fuzzy and then it will resolve. And then you might also see a color shift. Now we just went from 1x to 2x to 3x. Now we're gonna go up to 6x. This will not only give you an idea of that one issue, but also how really cool it is that I can use this camera to zoom in that far. Those mountains are quite a bit of ways. I snowboard on those mountains, know them well, but to be able to zoom in to this, even 6x, that wind gust is gnarly. And to see the clarity overall, pretty good for this pocket camera. This is the end of the true optical zoom, and now we'll go into the digital zoom. We're going to zoom from here into the 12x, so you can see the details. You should see that cliff band up there. Pretty interesting in terms of the zoom there, but again, it's digital, so the quality isn't that good. Nice to have. I don't think I'll use it that much. I'll probably go, to the 6x, but you might notice some of the shift here. So that's 6x, 12x, back to 6. Now we'll go to 3, go to 2, and then we'll go back to 1. And just to give you the amazing zoom quality, I'm just going to hold this down. Again, notice any shifts in color or anything like that. We're going to be a 6x. Now we're getting into that digital zoom. So that's quite impressive, but I just don't know if they can fix that issue there. And I haven't heard anyone talking about it. When you zoom in, just those shifts, those little stutters, it's like, I don't know, it's of a refresh, but definitely a color change. And sometimes I don't even notice it on this little screen, but as soon as I bring it into post and I put it on my computer, I'll notice a very distinct kind of glitch or color change. So I'm not a real big fan of that whatsoever, but I'm not trying to be a hater here. I would buy this again. I bought this with my own money. I would buy this all day long again. And I think you need to remember what this is, what it isn't. I can't imagine you're hearing me, but if you hear me in this, that's incredible. But I will say I've tested this out, and even though it's doing a good job right now, if I disconnect, which is a huge win for this, I can take off, I don't want to do it because it will mess it up. I can take off the screen and the controls, and you can use it as a microphone. But that microphone doesn't do as good of a job of canceling out the wind. Options to what this thing isn't to do. And kind of and it's really windy. This thing is maxed out now. It's red, so we'll see if this works. So if I can get under here, put the wind in my back. I just don't know if they can fix it or not in terms of the zoom issue there, where you see the color shifts and all that stuff. So Hopefully they can, but in terms of a first pass at this thing, definitely some positives. I'm gonna have my full review, but I wanted to make sure you guys understood those two things because I bought this for the zoom. I don't think those color shifts and stuff will be that big of a deal for me. I don't think I'll be doing any zooms like with the zoom itself because I think that doesn't look that good. You can set it up to like fast, medium, or slow, but it just seems to be blurry when I zoom. And Insta360, if you're watching this, maybe I have a busted camera or what, but we'll do it again. I mean, I think you can probably see the color shifts here. And let me go ahead and zoom in, get it situated here, click it up, 2x, 3x, 6x. Of course, now we're going into the digital, so I can't hate on anybody for that 12. I'll give you an idea. We'll go back to 6x. And maybe you'll see it. Keep a keen eye out and you'll notice like a little color shift and everything else. And I don't think, initially I thought that it might be due to we're switching lenses, going from the normal wide angle lens that I'm on now to the telephoto, because the wide angle has a 1.8 aperture and the telephoto has a 2.0 aperture. But I don't know if that's really it or not. I forgot to mention there is one other issue, and it's quite nitpicky, but it has to do with their deep track feature. Right now I kind of have this framed out how I would normally frame something. And if you notice when I put on, actually I might have myself pushed over just a little bit more. Now I can go into the deep tracking, which is just going to track you, and it can be really useful, especially doing talking heads and vlogging and stuff, or if you're driving like I am. It'll help keep you in frame. If I just click the joystick once, it'll say start deep tracking. And now it should be tracking me. And you'll notice when I move around that it is tracking me and keeping me pretty much in center. Now I do have the option to push myself off to one side, then it will keep me in that frame, or off to the other side, it will keep me in that frame. But I don't have the ability to go up or down. It will go up a little bit, as you probably just noticed, but that's the maximum that it can do. And if I push it back down, you'll see it's really not that much of a difference in my opinion. But if you're someone that likes to have maybe a bit with more of your body in the shot, for example, so I would normally probably frame it like right there would probably be where I would put it. So it just seems like instead of being a little bit lower down, it's almost like from shoulder up, and I believe there's too much headroom there. Some people might like it, but it would be nice and it'd be easy fix for Insta360 to do this in firmware, to give us the ability when we are deep tracking to reframe up and down as well as left and right. But a lot of positives, man. I'm really tripping on this audio. I tried it out. It was a little less windy than this, but if you can hear me right now, pretty incredible. Oh, I almost blew my hat off. That's insane, boys. This is probably going to be a scrap, but if not, I appreciate you watching it. I will have a full review, but I wanted you guys to know a few of the quick positives and some of those negatives, because I don't think that a lot of people are pointing this stuff out in terms of some of the issues with the Luna. It does not mean I don't like it. Does not mean I'm remorseful about buying it. Anyways, my name is Hill Phantom. I appreciate if you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.